Everybody, good morning to meteorologist Travis Klineski here on this Thursday morning where we have a warm front currently pushing east across the area. It's separating southerly winds east of the boundary that are fairly light with more of a breezy west and northwest wind on the west side of that boundary. A few passing clouds from time to time, which we'll continue to see. I think in general a little more sun to the southwest and more clouds to the northeast. Now right behind this warm front will be a cold front, but there's not a lot of really cold air behind it. You can see that front up here to the north and northwest right there behind my banner. But again, not a lot of cold air right behind it. So we're going to warm up today. It is going to bring some wind here. I'll even back this up to where the strongest winds of the daytime will probably be right here during the afternoon hours. Those northwest winds will really start to kick up. Now, as we get towards the end of the day, we start to watch some light rain and snow up near the Black Hills and I-90 in South Dakota. That will quickly slide southeast into our area, bringing us a slight chance of light rain or snow. Winds are going to stay pretty brisk overnight tonight, and you can see there midnight tonight. Look at those winds; they're even stronger overnight here out of the northwest. But there's that light rain and snow. Let me back this up real quick so you can see the timing. Again, it's not going to be a big time snowmaker because it's going to pass so quickly here, but just kind of a quick hit of light rain and light snow. After midnight, the wind's pretty strong, and here comes colder air, and now starting to see a couple of snow showers here. These are going to be those hit or miss snow showers that don't really amount to too much snow accumulation. I would say at most probably an inch up here to the north, but it's not so much about the accumulation. It's about the nasty winds that are going to be blowing that snow around. So let's take you from 7 a.m. to the noon hour on Friday. Look at the winds now blowing really strong out of the northwest. It's going to be an extremely windy day, and then we get some reinforcing cold air, so temperatures may even drop in the afternoon a bit. And again, while it's not a lot of snow, any areas that see snow, blowing snow will bring down that visibility tomorrow. So that's going to linger into the early evening hours, but then eventually the snow will clear on out. It'll be blustery Friday night, and it will get very cold out there Friday night, and that will continue right into your Saturday. Saturday morning, most of the snow is gone. Okay, maybe some lingering stuff to the east, but we're going to kind of clear that on out. Maybe some partial clearing, but it's going to be a very cold, brisk day, blustery day there on Saturday. Well, we do have, starting this evening at 6 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. for the Mountain Time Zone out west, a high wind warning right here. Again, starts 6 p.m. Central, so that's 5 o'clock Mountain Time, and continues until the end of the afternoon on Friday. Starting at midnight tonight, and it's not on any of these labels here at the top, but northern and western areas right in here are going to go into the high wind watch at midnight. This will eventually be converted over to a warning, but for now it's just a watch. Sometime today it's going to be moved over to a warning. But again, that will start midnight tonight and continue until 6 p.m. tomorrow. South central Nebraska, north central Kansas right there. So these counties right in here. This will start at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning and continue until 6 p.m. tomorrow evening. And these are the areas most likely to see 55 plus mile per hour wind gusts. We may see some gusts up to 65 miles per hour. So again, that's when you get in high wind watches and warnings. That usually means that you have a pretty decent chance you're going to get some wind gusts over 55 miles per hour. We've also got the threat of wildfires out there tomorrow. A fire weather watch is in place for southwest Nebraska and northwest Kansas for tomorrow. Some places not starting until the afternoon, but others starting in the morning. Basically, the Goodland, Kansas National Weather Service has put this to start at 6 a.m. tomorrow. But then the North Platte National Weather Service and Hastings National Weather Service that cover these areas here, they have put theirs out to start at noon and continue until 6 p.m. But either way, again, fire threat will be high tomorrow, critical fire danger due to the strong winds and very dry conditions out there. Temperatures for today. Enjoy it while we have it because it's not going to last long. We're back up into the 40s in eastern Nebraska, and most of us will get into the 50s, lower 60s in southwest Nebraska. Taking a closer look at some of our towns, some of the strongest winds over central and western Nebraska, so every one of those icons is showing windy conditions. Low 50s, mid 50s here to the northwest. A little bit better off to the southwest, some lower 60s this afternoon. Upper 50s around Gothenburg and Lexington, Elwood. Mid 50s from Minden, Kearney, and Loop City. Maybe low 60s around Phillipsburg. Farther east, not quite as windy, but still breezy. A little bit more cloud cover, I think, the farther east you go, so it's going to be cooler. Low to mid 40s, upper 40s, low 50s, and then maybe some mid 50s around Blue Hill and Red Cloud and Superior. And same thing up to the north here. Again, a little bit cooler closer to the Missouri River in the low to mid 40s, upper 40s, lower 50s here into north central Nebraska for tomorrow, or for this afternoon. Now, it's going to get colder in the days ahead. We're down into the 20s and low 30s for lows tonight, but check out tomorrow's highs. High temperatures only in the upper 20s to upper 30s. The winds are going to be strong enough to make it feel a lot colder out there. And the winds, they do die back, but they're still going to be noticeable as it gets colder Friday night into Saturday. So lows Friday night, single digits and lower to mid-teens, but the wind chills will be in the single digits and teens below zero. It's going to be a very cold night Friday night to Saturday morning with the wind still blustery out there. And Saturday doesn't show much improvement. Highs only in the teens and 20s, maybe not even out of the single digits in the Northeast, maybe above 30 here to the far west and southwest. Saturday night into Sunday, another very cold night out there. Sunday morning, single digits and teens, but again, winds may be strong enough to keep that wind chill below zero during this time frame. So it's going to be a cold one. Sunday better, kind of a little push of warmer air from the west and southwest. Could even see some low 50s return. 40s for a lot, but still only 30s in the north and to the east here. But unfortunately, it doesn't last long. We're back down Monday, back up Tuesday. A roller coaster ride of temperatures on the way over the next several days to come. Let's check out that 7-day forecast. We'll start with the next 3 days. Again, windy but milder today. Slight chance of light rain or snow this evening. Cold and very windy tomorrow, with a slight chance of a few light snow showers from time to time, which could bring that visibility down. Very cold and blustery on Saturday. Is not going to be a very pleasant day at all. Highs in the mid to upper teens. Wind chills could spend much of the day below zero. Sunday windy but warmer, getting back up into the mid 40s. Back down on Martin Luther King Jr. Day there on Monday, back up a little bit on Tuesday, and then down a little bit on Wednesday. So you see the fluctuations from day to day, and you can see it on this graphic very easy here, but there are signs of a colder shot of air at the end of next week that might include some snow as well. We'll have to wait and see on that. North Platte, windy, mild today, partly sunny skies, maybe even mostly sunny. We'll see a slight chance of rain and snow this evening. Tomorrow, colder, blustery, very windy conditions. We could see wind gusts in North Platte, maybe up to 60 miles per hour. A little light snow not out of the question, and if there is any snow at all, blowing snow could bring down that visibility. I don't think we'll see much snow, but there is a small chance in there. Saturday, partly cloudy, windy, and cold. Sunday, windy and warmer. Cooler again on Monday. Back up on Tuesday, a milder day there. Wednesday, chillier again. So you see the fluctuations every single day almost. It's just up and down, up and down. And then at the end of next week, we settle into a cooler air mass once again. I'll show you that in the long range part of the forecast here as we look at things here. You can see as we get into the end of next week and then the beginning of the following week, we're going to start to see colder air. And so again, the Climate Prediction Center has us a little bit below average, which average is mid to upper 60 or 30s for highs, low 40s in North Platte. So we're probably going to be a little below that most days on average here. Still some warmer air to our south and southwest. So basically the colder air is kind of winning out over the next couple of weeks. Moisture-wise, while it has us at above average moisture, we'll see, I think most of the storm systems could end up passing to our north and then going that way there. But I'm not anticipating too much moisture, so I'm iffy on that above average. As you see on our long-range models, there's not a lot. Light rain or snow this evening. And then there's the little snow showers tomorrow, which, again, while not much snow is going to accumulate, this could cause some issues due to blowing snow. That clears out. So Saturday, not much for snow. More sun. Sunday better yet. Or better, I should say. Monday colder. Tuesday warmer. No moisture. Notice just not much moisture. Then maybe at the very end of next week, snow tries to gather and the storm system tries to develop. Now, the GFS model and the European model are not in alignment right now. They're very different from each other, and you're going to see that here. And you'll see it on our temperature map as well. So again, there's that minor light snow tonight in eastern and central areas. And then out west, now maybe some flurries, but not much expected. You can see not a lot of moisture in the days ahead. As we get later into the week, we're going to start to see some chances, but the GFS not as aggressive as the European model. In fact, there's a big difference in the long-range part of the forecast between the European and the GFS. The big thing is the colder shots of air continually passing through from the northwest here, and they are going to really battle that mild air overhead. So it's going to get cold at the end of the week, Friday and Saturday. We warm up on Sunday. Monday's colder again. Tuesday is trying to warm back up. Another shot of cool air on Wednesday, and then that right there worries me, as we could get a bigger shot of colder air towards the end of next week. With that said, the GFS is different. Milder today. Here comes the Next shot of colder air Friday and Saturday. Warming up briefly on Sunday. Monday, colder again. Tuesday warms back up. Wednesday, kind of a shot of cooler air. So you can see the back and forth here, but unlike the European model, the GFS is trying to go a little bit milder by the end of next week into next weekend and keeps the colder air at bay. So let's hope the GFS is right and not the European model, because this will bring back maybe some mild temperatures. Otherwise, it could be really cold by the time we get towards next weekend as well. Well, thank you everybody for watching on this Thursday morning. I'll be back with you on Friday with all the latest. Until then, I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care, and God bless. Bye.